Your title card is on Twitch.
Oh, hello, Twitch.
Can they hear us?
They can hear us, but they can't see us.
Oh.
Well.
Hello,
Can't
lovers.
see all this sweet skin.
You
I'm
got me
showing.
moving.
Oh,
Hi, Twitch.
Recently
Hello,
got covered.
Twitch.
On the
Sorry.
microphone.
I saw that. Hello.
Too good to not.
Show them. Show the Twitch
They
fans.
can't see it.
Yes, I can.
It'll look.
It'll
like,
look bad.
Welcome back to another episode of Waiting for Players. I'm Adam.
I'm Adam.
I'm Peter.
And I'm John.
You're supposed to sing that.
I'm John.
There you go.
He's got me moving. John is in a very singing mood tonight.
It's got that soul.
So he's either going to sing or fall asleep. Probably both.
He's gonna sing himself to sleep.
That's how it's going to be. It's like, you got me moving.
Oh, that would
And
be
he's gone.
So
So-
funny if you're just out like that.
So today we're playing the Solus Project.
Okay.
Soulless.
Like
Yeah,
solace? Like solace or
I have
soulless?
never even heard about this game.
Solus, whatever you prefer, John.
Solus.
Tomato, It's up to tomato. you.
So I can't wait to hear about it later.
It's flawless.
Playing that flawless solace. Sauceless.
Or is it flawless?
The driest sandwich. This is a really pretty part, I thought. When you're
Yeah.
coming out
Yeah.
of the,
I
you can
totally
see all the
expected him to
stars.
come out and do a spacewalk.
Are you sure those
Did not
aren't
expect
people
it to be
falling down? Angels. It's angels.
It's
and
angels.
losing their wings because you touched yourself.
Yep. This is what happens when everybody on Earth
Oh.
faps.
You fell.
You-
On the
yeah.
microphone.
Good Lord,
Trying to stop himself.
I've single-handedly killed legions of angels. Then, if that's how they
Oh,
die.
look. Everything's wrecked except my cell phone.
The perfect
Should post that to
future. Oh, no service. Oh, it's a Game Boy.
Yeah. When I played it, I went with the nanobot injections, but I don't know, the fall damage might be pretty good too.
What about the hydration suit? Because you lose water like.
that
at a
is
rate
true.
of, like,
I almost,
20
I almost
ounces a second?
dehydrated in the cave earlier. So.
Is there like a? Is there?
Drive
50% faster.
Is there anything for
Lightweight
water?
suit. Just the rebreather one. It
Just,
looks
yeah.
like.
And that lets you drive faster would help too, because I almost got hypothermia also.
The
This
fall
already
damage in
seems
this
like a
game
really
is super
in-depth-
rough.
Yeah, it's
Survive
pretty
rate.
fun. I haven't really played much of it, about an hour, I think. But
normal.
yeah, that's what I went with.
Interesting.
All right,
It like gives
well-
me the chance to like go to metric if I want.
Yeah.
What does it say?
So first
Fair
week that
height.
I'm back and
Oh.
everything went smoothly.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go, Kelvin.
I hope that continues to be a trend.
So should we get into the news while they're trying to
Yes,
figure
yes.
this out?
Let's get into
I got
that
this.
news.
You got me newsing. Just kidding. Sorry.
I'll mute
that-
him. If,
That was it?
do you want me to?
I expected a lot more than that.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I'm actually a little disappointed.
If it would have been
wrong.
good enough, we could have like saved it as a soundbite or something.
You could go back and get it right.
We can do that.
So I think Josh should start this one.
That's a
Should he? I thought he should start the next one.
Okay, fine. Adam. All right, John's got this. So
No, my OneNote was completely blank at first, and I was like, well, that's not good. There's no notes.
I was trying to pick people who are the most excited about it.
Oh, no, I'm pumped for this, but you've got it. Go. Get on
Well,
with yourself.
I see which one
Groovin'.
John's talking about, but I thought at first we'd talk about the Megabots trailer.
Oh, that's why
yeah.
you said that. Yeah.
Well, that is the first one in the news.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
actually,
you know,
the number one
logic,
is besides
but
South Park. So.
it says news continued down there.
It does.
Oh. Why couldn't you just make it two?
I'll tell you why. Because OneNote is really weird when it comes to adding videos to your note process.
It's
It
just
is.
weird formatting in general.
It renumbers it. Well, you seem to have figured out some kind of secret about, I don't know, titling things, titling links. You're like, for the comics brew links, you know? You were like,
Yeah, you right-click, you go to link, then there's display text, link text,
Yeah.
and you get two boxes to
see,
fill
that's a
in.
secret I didn't know.
I figured that all
That's
by
amazing.
lonesome.
It's because Adam's a wizard.
Don't give me too much credit.
Adam's
All
a
right, so
lizard.
let's talk about these fucking giant megabots.
You're
It's
a wizard,
still
Larry.
happening.
Not only is it happening, it's a season 1 trailer, which means it's now a show.
What do you think? They'll, like once a year, we'll just get like a build. And
Well-
then the season will end with a big fight, and then the next season will be a
It's
new
going to
build.
be like one of those hot rod, like super ride, you know, like shop things where everybody's working
Right.
on it. And there's some kind of scripted drama and like, we've only got 1 week to get the tank treads up and running, but we've ran into all kinds of problems. Fixed it in 10 minutes right at the end of the episode, just in time.
Yo, dog, I heard you liked Megabots, so we got you a Megabot to fight another Megabot in your Megabots.
So you have to either find another rock that's already sharp, or I think you can just basically like craft those two rocks together and create a sharp rock, and then you can cut stuff.
Thank you for the tutorial the game seems to lack.
That might just be the sharp rock right there.
It does
Yeah.
look sharper.
Sharp rock, so you can.
How do I switch? Okay.
There you go. And now you can just cut through that
How do
Shark
I
tooth.
when it's orange. Yeah.
do? Okay. Now what?
Crouch, I believe is B.
B.
It said on the screen.
Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so apparently I don't want that. Are there? Okie dokie. Thank you. All right.
Skipping the tutorials.
Garbage anyway. So far. Okay.
More stuff.
So, anyways, I'm still excited for Megabots. I'm not sure I'm excited for Megabots, the reality TV show, if that's what it turns out to be. But
It depends
we
on
won't know
what
till it
kind of
happens.
show it is.
Exactly.
Like, if it's more documentary style, I'll be all about it. But you're right. If it's one of those garage
If
type
they do it
shows,
fucking Mythbusters style, I'll be fucking all about it. You
yeah,
know,
for sure.
Yeah.
where they're just coming up with cool ideas and testing out, methods.
You're just worried it's gonna have like this family drama in it or some shit like
Well,
that.
I'm just
right?
worried it's gonna be like all those other, like I said, those shows where they soup up rides and shit, or like work on cars or like restore old cars. All of those shows, like I said, every time come down to the wire, end up with some kind of drama that's gonna ruin the whole project.
Right,
And then the
exactly.
last 10 minutes are like, hey, we were able to get these tires in Ohio, and now the ride's good. Like it just happens every fucking time. So if it's like that, I probably won't be uber excited. I'll just wait for the fights.
I was thinking like this would be, it could be like the Ultimate Fighter, where they like do a test at the end of it. Like, okay, the Ultimate Fighter is a fight at the end of it, at the end of every episode, but instead they do like a new test on a new piece of machinery for the robot
Yeah,
at the end
like
of
it's
it.
like
so-
Mythbusters style.
like
Sure,
in
that
the,
would
like
feel
in the
better.
trailer where they're showing testing out the weapons. And
Yeah,
stuff
or
like
like
that,
swinging
that
the
big drill
fucking
thing,
ball
and-
into it. And he's
yeah.
like, I
That's
feel
the
like I'm
demo-
lining it up for a nut shot.
That's the demolition for the old bot. So I think this is
Oh, okay.
like the whole thing's obviously already been filmed.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about this for more than a year now, and they've probably been working on it for just as long.
I would hope so.
if not longer, yeah.
What I am, it might be the only reality show that I watched this year.
I'll probably check it out. I'm okay if it's a reality show. I agree with you. I don't want to see like all that drama where it's a big crisis going on or something
Every
like
episode.
Unless
that.
it's an actual crisis, like, oh shit, we knocked it over.
We didn't design fall damage.
Yeah. Like, then I am all right with a little bit of drama. People blaming each other, I get it.
Or it
But-
bursts into flames, and they're like, "Oh, there goes all our hydraulic systems. Now we have to start from
and
scratch."
all
Like
of
that's
our
a
wiring.
problem.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, not like, oh no,
we
we're
need
not.
this special paint that won't chip.
Yeah, right. It's radar reflective, so they won't be able to find us standing 30 feet tall right in front of them. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still excited for it. I'm just basically expressing my hopes of what it won't be.
I need
You
Right.
know.
report back to
But
Police
I
Command
have hopes.
somehow.
Like I think they. I feel.
around and see
Yeah,
if
jump
anyone-
into the
Yeah.
I just
giant.
want to see if they kill me.
Oh,
Maybe.
and his head's gone. All right, works. No, it should have killed you, but it didn't.
You
Well, this
can't
game's just unbelievable.
you can light stuff with it. So at some point you'll figure out how to make a torch.
Although that is one shiny ass sharp rock, man.
It's yeah. Big.
Also, don't throw away your water bottles. That's just a future reference tip. After you drink the water, keep the bottles.
You don't have to keep all of them. Just make sure you keep at least one.
Yeah.
Because they only have like one drink and then they're empty and just taking up an inventory slot. So I was just drinking them and chucking them when I was done, and then I
Trigger it.
ended up in a cave with no water.
Oh, yeah, you're just like, well, I
Yeah.
really wish I would have had one of those bottles.
It's like dehydration imminent.
Yeah, so if you see on there down in the bottom left corner, oh, no. Oh, that's screen right there on your little cell phone Game Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get down into ounces, though, you'll see how fast it starts dropping, and it goes quickly. Something you gotta keep an eye on, at least.
Oh god, it's dark up here.
So,
I think
So
that's the
now
end
do you
of the
want to
game.
move on to that next news story?
well, that's up to Josh. Are we ready?
I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Next news story.
So the next news story we have
we're all out of news, folks.
is
The
South
fractured
Park.
hole
Yeah,
is
you go.
delayed. Well, that's sad.
yeah, Ubisoft says that it's delayed until Q1 2017.
Yeah.
As opposed to coming out for,
December.
like, December. Oh, so it's a couple
Which
months.
doesn't really seem that big of a deal. Hopefully, if they're fixing something in the game, that's better.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's
I
what
like
I'm
the
for.
top comment. Ubisoft, can you confirm if the Stick of Truth remaster will still be released December 6, 2016? And will the pre-order bonus be extended to get the first game for free? Like, just still excited about something else. Just like, hey, by the way, is this going to ruin my other thing I really wanted?
Well, the Stick of Truth is a part of the like if you bought South Park or you pre-ordered it, you get it for free.
Oh, okay.
And then in which case, if they haven't played either, they're like, well, fine. As long as I get that in December, I can play that until the new one comes out.
And actually, you get it right away. If you pre-order it, you get the Stick of Truth for free right away.
Oh,
You just
okay.
get it just unlocks on Steam or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's your
and
code.
to be honest, that game is fun, but it's not 2 extra months worth of fun. It's,
Second-
you can finish it in probably about
a week, 2
no
weeks.
15 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
finishing it,
Okay.
yeah. But it's still a fucking great game. And the reason cited by Ubisoft in this press release was the game developers want to spend time to make sure that the game is to their standards.
Right.
And you might not you think maybe a game based around like kids playing
Fractured
make believe
Bubbles.
and fractured, but like these punny things, these really juvenile like themes and stuff. You'd think that they're like, come on. But really, The Stick of Truth was a fun game because they took the time to make it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like the combat worked really well.
I was going
in
to say,
it.
the second comment was, bullshit, just give me the unfinished game, damn it. Other guy says, seriously, I pre-ordered the game and will have to wait even more. Damn you, I'm close to ask a refund.
That's
And
the
then-
internet. They're
Yep.
illiterate.
And then the next guy was like, terrible news, but I know Stone and Parker won't let us down. They'll want to release the perfect product.
Yeah, and that's the thing is if they're gonna take a little bit of time to
Yep.
polish things up,
Every-
by all means.
I think the vast majority is okay with not being handed shit.
Yeah, because all
You
these
know.
people that are all give me the unfinished game,
They'd be even
bitching.
more pissed off if the game sucked.
Yeah.
It's so
Absolutely.
glitchy. It's
Right.
like, yeah, because you wanted it before it was done, you dumb fuck. And then the other guy just says, as a new rule of thumb, whenever we get a release date, just add a month or two and a couple days, and there's our actual release date.
Yeah.
So with the way games are going now, it's not exactly untrue. Like, there's been a lot of delays on a lot of current games. And again, still fine with it. Doesn't bother me none. I mean, it's a bummer, but at the same time, it's like, hey, would you like to have a good game? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Enough said.
I think that what's working in South Park's and Ubisoft's defense here is, unlike things like No Man's Sky that got delayed, there's already an example of what South
The
Park
work.
Studios wants
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
in The Stick of Truth. And like you really like while the gameplay may be immersive and it's a good story, you're really not supposed to take this shit seriously. Like the smell-o-vision thing that they did,
The
like
Nausulus?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Nausulus, yeah.
Hilarious.
How do I craft shit?
You have
Ooh, I don't
to.
like that.
So you're trying to make the torch.
Yes.
So take the, let's see, probably the pipe. Make sure you're holding the pipe. The bumpers will like cycle through, same as like the scroll wheel would.
Okay.
Okay.
And then drop it.
Drop it.
Yeah.
Drop. Okay.
And now go to that grass stuff you found.
Okay.
And then
One of these.
you'll end up
There we
that.
go.
And then you'll end up putting the cursor over that like
Plus sign.
Yeah, exactly. When it turns orange, then you can craft it together. It'll become a new. I thought this was a bit weird too. I don't know why you
Yeah.
can't.
Combine things in
Unless
your
I was
inventory.
just missing something, I don't know why you can't combine it. Yeah, in your inventory or like a crafting page or something. You
Is it
know.
on fire now?
It is on fire.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it will just burn forever unless you walk into the water with it.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
good.
Yeah, I walked into the water with it earlier and I got an achievement just a dummy.
You, sir, are an ass.
Got an early warning system from Adam.
But you'll find things too along the way, like candles and other little things you can light on fire. So, in case your torch does go out, you
Just
can
have a
relight it
perpetually
with
burning
those.
candle.
The candle would be like stationary on the
Right,
wall
right,
or something,
right.
so you could just go back to it and relight your
Relight
torch. Then,
relight your
yeah.
torch. But it'll just burn forever as well.
Right.
Okay.
But now I have a light source.
Yeah.
So presumably
It-
I'll be able to see.
Did you get a rock? From...
The rock will let you cut it. So if you do that and then go to the rock, it'll cut it.
Sharp rock.
Well, Adam, the next news story is kind of geared towards
Yeah, this is all
you
you.
specifically, but I also
geared
kind of
towards him.
No.
Would you say it's metal geared towards him?
No, I think you're really. Well, we're trying to fucking force it.
That's John for you.
I think he squeaked
so
it in on him.
what he's talking about is recently Hideo Kojima, I think it was at the Tokyo Game Show, right? Denounced having anything to do with the newly announced Metal Gear Survive, which, from my understanding, is going to be like a zombie mode.
Oh, it's just gonna be an add-on for 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I thought they said that they weren't developing anything else for it anymore. Or any new chapters.
They're not developing any new story, but this is
Right.
like a DLC, like
Okay.
Yeah.
like Call of Duty has a zombie mode.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're definitely still make stuff they can sell you.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah. Like,
valid point.
and I said translated, he went on to mention that to him, Metal Gear Solid is about espionage and political friction, and that has nothing to do with zombies. Death Stranding's character designer Koji Shinkawa also chimed in, adding that he never once heard Kojima talk about Survive, and that for him, Metal Gear is about two-legged walking mecha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, yeah, nope, he's not in it. He's not a part of it, which
But
means
yeah.
it probably won't be great.
At the same time,
Oh.
it'll make money though.
I'm sure it will.
It will
There's
make-
still
Oh.
people that will buy
No,
it.
tons
just
of people will
because
buy
of
it.
that.
There's-
Yeah.
You'll have basically the purists that like, you know, the original Metal Gear Solid that don't want all that extra. What the shit balls?
Now you just have a glowing pipe.
Did it burn out?
Looks like it.
That's weird. I used mine for a long time and it never burnt out. Huh.
You even dropped it.
Yeah. You do
Did you
find
switch
other
pipes,
things.
maybe?
Well, he did put it in his pocket.
I put it away too, and it was still lit. You do find like glowstones and stuff like that later, also that you can use.
But, I don't know. I just think it's kind of, you know, like I get the Call of Duty zombies and it's insanely popular apparently. So I can understand why Sony is trying to do it with Metal Gear, you know? They're just like, ooh, cash grab. I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, I like money.
Especially if they don't spend much time or effort on the development, then yeah, it's just
How do I
easy
sleep?
money. Easy
Down
dollars.
on the D-pad.
Yeah. Or left maybe.
Maybe left. It was on one of those pesky tutorial things.
There it is. It's up.
Oh.
We were wrong.
Adam, as
We led you
a
astray.
Metal Gear aficionado, what do you think about adding a zombie mode to the game? Because you enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm sure Peter did too. Do you guys see
Except
any
the
kind of fun out of that? Could it be like, you know, like Undead Nightmare from Red Dead? It has nothing to do with the story, but it's still a fun mode.
Right. I don't know. I would wait to see until some actual like videos or reviews come out of it, you know, because it could be fun. It depends on what the gameplay's like. That's a good point. Like I did really like Undead Nightmare from Red Dead, but that also brought a whole new story with it too. So, albeit not a very great one, but
But at least they tried.
It'll
yeah,
be interesting to
exactly.
see how they try and use the physics of the physics of Metal Gear though in a zombie game. Like, are you just going to be a giant horde that you're running from the entire time?
Just
So you're
sneak around
sneak
zombies.
around and set traps for them and stuff like that, or is it just going to be like full frontal assault or just like kill them all?
I don't know. We'll see how it's done.
Probably you do it anyway you want.
Well, yeah, maybe I suppose.
Died from
I
starvation.
was sleeping. I apparently died. From
Oh,
starvation.
because you.
Oh,
Oh,
at least
shit.
you went peaceful, bro.
It's true.
Do over.
You ever died in this, Adam?
No, not yet. Came
Oh.
pretty close earlier.
Okay, so it saves also.
Okay.
Yeah, it said in one of the tutorials it saves every time you sleep or you find a
So you
save
just need
point.
more flame plant.
He's got flame plant, doesn't he?
Those cans too. If you open up the cans,
Sorry, I don't like this.
it's weird to get used to. Yeah, it was a lot easier on the keyboard earlier.
How about
I
you
believe
did?
that.
You have to like throw it down and then open it with the sharp rock.
All right.
You might be able to do that. Like click on it like that. No.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I ate. Okay.
And then now
plus-
just pick it up and eat it.
Did I already do that?
No, you cut it open.
Interesting. Okay, so pick it up. Now I gotta find it.
Just gotta look open though. This is.
It's really dark out here. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, that lit that on fire.
Yeah, you'll see that your temperature gets higher when you get closer to that.
I don't think any of them are open. Make a cycle
Go
through
to your
everything.
inventory.
Oh,
There.
there it was.
Ha!
And,
Cool.
yeah.
Yummy.
Now throw it
and
down.
I think you can just throw the empty can down. I haven't found a use for that yet, but I did think you could throw the water bottles down too. So
Very elaborate.
that right paddle on the back of the controller will pull your torch back out if you have one. Oh.
Yeah, I don't have one apparently.
It's okay. Just get some more torch finds.
Yes.
Whoa.
If you're
Jesus.
there you go.
Hello.
And then you can then click on that, and then you can go up to the rock.
How do I select it?
It's not. I would have thought it was the same thing, but it says left mouse button to craft.
I thought it was the left mouse.
Huh. Well, anyway, that worked earlier, but
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to Sharp Rock in my inventory and just do it that way since this game just hates me. Alright, so.
The news about Metal Gear Survive isn't the only thing that come out of
Oh, there
out of
was
that
more.
news story. Yeah.
he talks a little bit about Death Stranding.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. Just that it's gonna be an open world game and have multiplayer elements to it.
And then they said
Okay.
they might also introduce a heroine, like a female character, and
Yeah.
a new unique type of multiplayer gameplay never been done before that can apparently also be done as single player.
Right. Which still
So-
really doesn't explain
That
it.
doesn't
No.
tell me anything at
It
all.
just
Open
means-
world game with multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's more like what.
Never been done before.
Yeah.
It's more like what weird shit can I throw Norman Reedus into, and he's gonna be okay with it.
I already got
I'm
him holding baby
just
version of himself.
Throwing money his way, and hopefully, like he's like, yeah, dude, let's do this. Like, I just nowhere near Walking Dead creepy. So
Like, totally.
I don't know, weird. The what they had before was pretty weird.
Yeah.
So I think you need to walk down the beach in the other direction, like away from where you. Yeah, that way.
Oh, that was weird. That was weird. Just teleported through that.
And eventually you walk a little bit and you'll find like another cave and another crashed ship.
Is this exactly what you did?
Yeah.
So it's all authored. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, as far as I know, it's not procedurally generated, so.
And there's no, like, multi-paths to victory. Or is there?
You do get a pretty cool teleport gun soon, so.
John, I believe the next news story is right up your alley because while most of us
John
may have
loves suing people.
while most of us may have heard of it before, you were the first one to shout it out.
Yeah, so, first off, can I just read the first sentence of the article because it's my favorite thing? It says, video game developer Digital Homicide, it would seem, is out to commit digital suicide.
That's a clever journalist right there.
Yeah.
That is. And a very accurate statement. So basically, Digital Homicide is turning around and suing 100 different Steam users for $18 million because they either wrote, like, negative reviews about the game, or they wrote things that they deemed were, like, made it feel like Steam was an unsafe place for them to sell their games. Like, your game makes me want to kill myself, you know, or I hope you
that's
guys
just the
die in
internet
a
being
fire.
mean.
Kind of shit, you know. It's they says based on legal documents posted on Google Docs recently by YouTuber Sid Alpha, Digital Homicide developer James Romine is now suing 100, and so they got a subpoena from a judge, Arizona Judge Eileen Willett, that's gonna force Valve to give up these 100 users' personal information for the case of the lawsuit. Now, Valve responded immediately by pulling all of Digital Homicide's games from Steam completely as a developer, so they no longer do business with Digital Homicide, and basically said for making it a hostile place with Steam users, you know, for turning around and attacking them and suing them for just giving them their thoughts, which, in my opinion, is absolutely stupid.
Yeah, maybe that person really does want them to die in a fire.
Also, didn't you say you had to put oil on the torch? So is that the problem? Is that why it's burning out so fast? Because there's no oil?
Yeah, you need oil.
Where is that?
Oil was right next to the big engine that you lit it with.
Yeah, except I couldn't interact with it at all, but I'll try that again.
I do
You have
remember
to do it
looking at
before it's lit, though.
Oh, that would have been good information to have.
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought about that while I was talking.
Wherever that forward vector is,
When I
when you
was
look to the right, it says forward
God.
vector.
Oh, God. Fuck those things.
That's where you need to go for the most part. So it's probably telling you because you haven't finished making the torch.
The oil, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says Valve has stopped.
hypothermia.
You'll warm up when you're around that engine, though.
Yeah, so Valve has stopped doing business with Digital Homicide for being hostile to Steam customers, Valve VP of Marketing Doug Lombardi told Motherboard in a brief email. He didn't say how Valve plans to handle the subpoena or if being hostile even directly refers to the lawsuits. But I have a feeling Valve is going to go to bat for all of these Steam users 100%, so I think they're in a pretty safe place.
With how much money that these, okay, just think about it in numbers-wise, 100 Steam users, even if they only, participate in sales, that's, like Steam sales.
Yeah.
That's 100 people, 100 times buying just one game? That's totally worth the fucking court fees and shit. Of course they're gonna go to bat for them.
And it says now the company is asking California Supreme Court to overturn previous rulings that upheld the takedown command. As the Associated Press writes, with eerie relevance, Yelp argues that upholding the ruling would mean that companies could sue the person who posted the content and then get a court order demanding the internet company remove it. So there's already cases like this that are out there that haven't won. And now the company is trying to get those overturned so that they can sue for the same thing and actually make this a thing, and it's not going to work.
No, it better
Hopefully.
not work.
Well, and how are you
shouldn't be
going to
able to
sue
sue
100 fucking gamers for $18 million? How much of $18 million can you throw up?
Like $20.
You do for real, though.
I already bought the game. That's where my extra cash went.
Yeah, right?
It's a reverse class action.
Exactly, right?
That's exactly what it is.
But they should have picked a higher number, but they probably didn't have enough people talking trash.
Or a lower dollar amount.
Right? $18 million. They hurt us irreparably. So...
Actually, it could be construed as libel. But it's through the lens of Steam. This isn't a publication. This is Steam reviews.
Yeah.
So they might be able to somehow misconstrue the argument as it's libelous because it's damaging to them as creators and sellers.
It's free speech though, still, which is what's going to come out.
I guess, yeah.
I'm just saying
feel
where
like-
they might be coming from, what
Right.
argument they might be standing on. I'm not saying these
They
guys are fucking idiots.
basically don't have a chance.
You make bad shit, people are gonna tell you.
Yeah.
And then so they came out, and since the original article we found was written, they had a link at the top for what Digital Homicide came out and said after the fact. And so they had a statement that says, the lawsuit recently filed is solely in regards to individuals where no resolution was able to be obtained from Steam to provide a safe environment for us to conduct business. Digital Homicide, it says, we submitted numerous reports and sent multiple emails in regards to individuals making personal attacks, harassment, and more on not only us, but to other Steam customers who are actually interested in our products. It says the post then goes on to show screenshots of posts to Steam community boards illustrating these personal attacks. Two of the biggest examples in which the users say he wants to murder every single person responsible for this game. And then another that tells Digital Homicide Chief James Romine he should kill himself for making me waste 0.14 for your fucking game. And they're saying that's the most extreme examples.
So they got their feelings hurt by the internet
Right.
from some bad reviews, and now they want $18 million.
Yeah, because they made a shit game and they realized nobody likes it.
And some people were mean to them on the internet.
Oh, people mean on the internet?
Fuck you.
It says sometimes the screenshots show users saying things like devs are scumbags or scam artists, or that Romine will never stop being the joke of Greenlight. But it says, but rarely is there anything so violent as what Romine posted today. It says most posts focus on Digital Homicide's tendency to ban any criticism on its Steam boards, proving that Romine does have some control over what's said, or its frequent pitching of new games to Steam's Greenlight service. The worst I could find in the actual court doc was a post saying this dev should go from digital homicide to physical homicide, a more literal take on a low-hanging wordplay I myself made yesterday, which was his
Opening argument, yeah.
digital suicide joke, which is basically he's like, I made that same fucking joke yesterday, just with different words.
I thought the one comment on there was funny where the guy was like, is this where we line up to get sued?
That is pretty good. I mean, I could see reasonably them just asking Valve to be like, hey, can you take down these violent, that's not a good review. That's not a bad review. That's just someone talking shit. Can you take those ones down? Because it's just not necessary. But for them to think that they get some sort of financial compensation because of that is just ludicrous.
Well, I mean, like, if they're really, like, any, like, real death threats and stuff like that, of
Yeah,
course,
that's
is
what I'm saying.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and it says an earlier still unsettled suit against game critic Jim Sterling for $10 million by the same studio is because the studio can't amass the funding for the associated legal fees. After 6 months, Romine's GoFundMe account still only has $425 of his $75,000 goal.
Wow.
So yeah, he's also suing, right now, he's also suing a game critic for not enjoying his games. So, you know.
Man, I made a bad game. Instead of working on making something better, I'm just going to sue the people that didn't like it because they're wrong.
He's such a butthurt Billy.
Yeah, he is.
it took me a while to figure this out, Peter. Like,
It is now.
there's no way to jump up there. I died. Or not died, but I got a lot of fall damage from trying to do that.
Okay.
You have to go back out this thing and walk down the beach a little further, and you'll find what
Better
you need.
reference.
Yeah.
Basically,
you'll
what
find
he's-
like an item that you'll
He's
use.
saying, Pete, is he wasn't good enough to do it, but you are.
He already did it.
Nah.
I think, you know, to bring us back around to a previous news story, I think South Park said it best in their episode about safe spaces. And they fucking don't exist. Like, don't go into, like, you're in a eat or get eaten market when it comes to Steam. Granted, yeah, you might be an indie darling or an early access friend, but that doesn't negate, like, you put yourself out there and you're gonna get knocked down.
Yeah,
Not
for sure.
not in any. That's even if your game is good. Like,
You literally can't please everybody. So even if you make an amazing
Yeah.
game, you're gonna get a death threat or two.
So to
It's
be like,
gonna happen.
yeah, I don't know about that, but
Maxime, the guy for Red Trigger, you know, when I was looking at his game and his user score was insanely high in the high 90s, he still had negative comments, and we were talking about it on there, and he said, yeah, you know, just people, like, basically haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how good your game is, haters gonna hate. Like, there's somebody out there that don't like it, guaranteed, and they'll find the reason.
while the comments about, like, you know, the Call of Duty the Call of Duty developers that get death threats about, like, changing the microsecond of a reload or whatever, what has come of those? Like, what has happened
Zero.
out of those?
Probably zero.
So to fall back on an argument that has no precedence in history other than, like, oh, it made me feel bad. Why
Oh, shit.
why are they trying to stand on that ground? It's fucking it's fucking sand. It's gonna come out from underneath.
Well, they already don't have enough money to finish their first lawsuit, and
Which you'd think he'd
And-
keep his mouth shut and just deal with those so he could still get some sort of revenue in.
Right.
But instead of trying to sue them, Valve's just like, fine, fuck you, no money. How about that?
yeah, and that's one of his complaints too. He's like, basically, you know, if somebody's harassing you on Facebook, he said, then you can turn around and ban them, and Facebook's like, we're sorry you had this experience. And he's like, but here on Steam, he's like, I'm having this experience, and they turn around and take away my family's source of income. And it's
Well,
like,
that's two
well, it's because
completely
you're a
different
fucking
sources of
twat,
media.
and you're suing the people that gave you that income in the first place, you dumb shit. Because they had an opinion about your game that you didn't share.
Which, by the way, you still got their money. Unless they returned it within 2 hours, you still got paid, sir.
Yep. So,
So
Feel
just
good
make a
about
better
that,
game next
basically,
time.
exactly,
Don't
don't
be a
make
con
shit.
artist.
Yeah, they said he was already the joke of Steam Greenlight for everything he keeps pitching. So he's obviously just throwing shit at a wall, seeing what sticks, you know?
Seeing how much money he can make from
That
just
Exactly, with mediocre
Yeah.
games that are half developed.
Playing devil's advocate, the internet is kind of an ugly place sometimes.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And if someone doesn't have, like, a first good exposure, they're gonna get kind of knocked down every
What was that little
time
cartoon?
afterwards.
Like, oh, I finally have the internet. Now I can talk to the world.
Welcome to the World Wide Web. Hello, world. Go kill yourself. Marvelous.
If you get closer, it doesn't shoot very far. I don't know if that gets upgraded later or not. Yeah.
Ooh, very
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know. And I mean, I can kind of see what you're saying there, though, Josh. But at the same time, if you choose to do business on the internet in something like the gaming community, you should be prepared well before you even step
Right,
up
because
to
if
it.
you're a gamer, you know how vitriolic they are.
I was gonna say we're fickle.
He didn't start developing video games without ever playing one before.
Right?
You know, like, obviously, he started playing games, loved
Somebody
them, wanted
should-
to make them, and...
Somebody should dig back through the internet and find like his hate posts. Because I bet you, he's probably played games and posted about them online a long time ago. Somebody should just dig up all of his
That's
dirty
another
laundry
good
with the
point,
internet.
too. Maybe he didn't say he wanted him to die in a fire, but I'm sure he's talked some shit to some developers on a personal level and not on a
WikiLeaks, we need you.
Yeah.
Hackers
Well,
of
we should be careful though,
4chan.
you guys, because we might get sued for $18 million.
Oh, fuck him. Sue me. I ain't got shit. You waste your time, homie.
Our stuff is entirely spoken, so if they want to come after us, it's slander.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just making sure people out there know.
I mean, yeah, you could try and get $18 million out of me, but you can't squeeze blood from a rock, so...
The,
You can't always get what you want.
Amen, brother. Yeah. No, and then people were going on, so, like, the only thing left is Digital Homicide's page on Steam, but no games are up for purchase or anything like that, but the message board still exists. And so they're getting flooded with responses of people like, is this where we line up to get sued? And, like, you know, like...
That's hilarious.
Just basically joining in.
I fucking pooped.
Oh, you
Oh,
pooped.
yeah.
That was a long fall. Broken legs in the bottom of a cave. I'd say
Yeah,
you
and like I
die.
said, you can't fall very far in this game. I mean, you
Makes
find
sense.
like relics and stuff that will increase your fall damage resistance.
Where's the
but-
stat screen? Is
Since
it
you've already started talking about it, why don't we just get in the game?
Hang on real quick. John, do me a
I guess
favor.
never mind.
Yeah.
Say hi to Edward. He's watching tonight.
Chipman?
No, Edward.
Oh, I'm so much more...
Oh, hi,
disappointed now.
Edward.
Man, you guys just made him feel like a dick.
No, bro, it's not your fault. It's another Edward's an old friend, you know. You're a new friend, a beautiful friend, and I.
Now you just made him feel uncomfortable.
Also,
Yeah, it's like now...
Hashtag second best.
Yeah.
well, I'm not gonna deny it. Also, Edward, if Kelsey's around, I'm sorry. I meant it in the nicest way possible, which I now understand never seems nice.
Yeah, I don't think it's just...
I was really hammered, man. I was really hammered. We were playing video games. We were talking trash. I got a little
You didn't
rowdy.
care that much because we were all drunk. Had you been stone cold sober, just, hey you! I mean this in the nicest way. Like
He says he's sure that you mean that in the nicest way possible.
Thank you,
There
Edward,
we
for
go.
understanding. I hope Kelsey does too.
See, your big mouth didn't get you in trouble this time.
Oh no, it probably still did.
And I'm putting words in his mouth here, but he says she still fully expects a massive card saying sorry.
Massive card.
It has to be.
I showed
it
him
has to be really big.
him a picture, and he thought that it would be. I showed Edward a picture, and he said, "Yeah, that would probably work." So I still got some work to do.
wow, you're going all out. You must really feel like a dick.
He's
No, I just
actually-
want her to be good with the group. You
It's
know.
actually Ed Weird. I'm sorry. This might not be the. This might not be the Edward word now.
Who's this Ed
Relic
Weird?
of life.
I have an Edward brother, and he's weird. So.
Maybe it's him. Maybe he has no idea what
You
you're
know a
talking
lot of
about
Edwards.
sometimes.
Hola, Ed Weirdo.
Well, thanks for listening either way.
Yes. Und willkommen.
Or watching, I guess. Is that on
It's a
Twitch?
Twitch,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to use your ears to watch stuff too, so you're not.
How do you
wrong.
use your
You
ears
use
to
your ears to watch stuff?
Well, I mean,
Talk to me about
It's
this.
part
Abby.
of the
Tell me.
entertainment medium.
yeah. Thank you, Peter.
No problem. Fuck these assholes.
Yeah. That's right. Fuck these assholes.
John, Ed Weird says that the woman you were talking to is just flipping off you on the monitor.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
That's not very nice now, but all right, that's fair.
Nice hops,
I
sir.
deserve it.
That's impressive. Just
Thank you.
Bunny skills.
We are burying the lead though.
Yes.
So.
So let's talk about
I seen that.
the Solace Project.
Well, what's the project?
Right here.
What is
So,
this?
it's a single-player exploration adventure with survival elements.
The year is 2151.
Yeah, I had that description in here. I was gonna read it real quick. So, Earth has been destroyed, and mankind lingers on a small fleet of ships near Pluto. As humanity's last hope, you are sent to scout distant planets for potential habitable locations.
Right, someplace to
But then you
restart.
crash,
Yeah,
and
after-
humanity's hope is gone.
Pretty much, after years of space travel, disaster strikes, and your ship is destroyed when approaching the planet.
Oh.
So now you're basically you're basically doing what Peter's doing, trying to figure out what the hell to do from here.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
I don't know because I didn't jump down there. I thought
I got a cool relic from it, so there's obviously some way to get out of here.
Oh, there has to
Start
be.
to
Then,
climb up and then pull out your portal gun and shoot it up to the next step.
Ooh.
That's not a bad idea.
Look at
Yeah.
you.
Why
Look
they
at the
paid
big
you
brain
to
on
do
Brad.
That's probably why they put the glowy
Brad.
rock there as well,
Brad
so you
him.
could see what you were doing.
The glow is coming from the portal gun.
I'm pretty sure that glow is coming from that white ass rock as well.
Ooh, is it a glow rock? Can you take it and put it
That
on?
didn't work.
You can't take that one, but
Can I have that back?
I think you're gonna have to
no,
teleport
you can
to
just shoot as many as you want. As far as I know, I didn't run out.
And then just parts of you get teleported to different places.
They won't find the body.
Notice how your
that
screen
sucks.
is getting cold.
Yeah,
Notice that.
You are terrible
fuck?
at this.
Dude, it
It's
has a
ricocheting
really
off that rock right there.
Stupid ass.
There you
oh,
go.
wait, there we go.
got one step up.
Try jumping.
One at a time, people. Whoa,
Oh, well,
fuck?
you
What
stuck.
is going on?
Jump.
So
There you
Oh.
go.
I mean,
You're
at
free,
its
Peter.
core, this is a survival game. So
Yes.
you gotta make sure to watch your calorie levels and your water levels. I almost dehydrated earlier in a cave because
Speaking
I
of
threw away my.
Nobody likes a fat guy in space.
hypothermia. Glow. That's the glowy rock. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like hypothermia, you need to get somewhere warm. There's a point where you can build like a campfire. I don't know if you've gotten to that yet, but
I don't think he's got any wood.
I'm just kind of.
there's
Eggs. That's
Ooh.
terrifying.
No.
Yeah, I thought that the first time I saw it
That's
too.
not good.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to find eggs on an alien
And
planet
stacked
that I'm
rocks.
stuck on.
Yeah. It's like I'm just gonna go back to my ship and
Huh, so
wait
they've
to die.
we've got
Like
eggs
first-
and motor function. Not okay. And some kind of reasoning capabilities.
You also have to sleep. Oh, that's a save, like a save point, a save shrine. There you go. So you save by either going to one of those or sleeping.
Well, I should feel alarmed about that too.
Right, here comes the danger.
Yeah. Here's the save point.
That I think shows you like the
Candle.
stuff that you'll be able to find around here. Yeah, that's where I was saying if you light that and then like accidentally walk into the water with your torch.
Come back out and relight it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. How many
up on the D-pad.
Yeah.
For 1 hour.
No, I want more than that.
Sleep for a little bit, yeah, like that, and see, because the water in the cave rises and lowers with the tide.
Oh,
so
okay.
when
So
it's
you might wake up drowned.
when it's high up, you'll die of hypothermia if you try to go through it. So just you have to wait until it goes all the way down, then you can just walk through the path. It looks like it's up now, though.
Ed Weird says, "Look out for face huggers."
Yeah. Got
Dude,
that
for
vibe
real,
too,
though.
Edward.
The worst kind of French kiss right there.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you'll find like water dripping down the sides of the cave. I think you can fill up the bottle with that.
Can't drink this.
I don't know.
Dumb.
You can swim in it, but you'll freeze to death.
Peter really wants to drink cave water.
So I want to wait. though.
Nasty
Wait for this to go
green.
away.
Yeah,
cave.
is it going up or down? Can you tell?
How would I know?
Down. It's going down.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going down.
Okay.
Sleep for an hour.
Make sure you have like you're not gonna
Yeah.
I have enough.
starve. Okay, yeah,
I think.
yeah. 'Cause you gotta check your.
I
your
feel
stuff
like if you're
first.
about to starve to death, your body would wake you up and be like,
Nah.
"Hey, feed me."
John, in response to your worst French kiss ever, Edward says, "Or the best."
Yeah,
It's possible.
I mean, I suppose, buddy. I don't know what you guys are into over there. Sounds fun though.
Oop, he's getting all wet, splish splash.
Adam, before you came back in to talk about this game, we were seeing like this is a spiritual successor of a game called The Ball.
Yes,
What's The Ball?
I don't know, but you could have bought it in a pack with this
With
game.
this
so,
game?
yeah.
The Ball is a first-person puzzle game, just like this game, except instead of like having to craft stuff, you have to move a ball along with you.
Oh really?
Yeah, and make sure the ball goes with you.
That could actually be a fun little game.
Could be
Bless me.
interesting.
Yeah.
Peter had nothing
Alright.
good to say about it.
About the
It
ball.
was okay.
Oh, you played it before?
Yeah. I mean, it was a decent game. I just wasn't. It just was like another riff on a ball rolling game where like there's so many of them where you just kind of roll the ball around and try and solve puzzles using the physics of the game. It's essentially the same thing except you're a person.
And you have a gun to move the ball, and you can move it through zombies and shit. Ooh,
Nice.
fancy gate opener.
Ed Weird says it sounds a lot like Companion Cube in Portal.
Sorta, yeah.
And then Raylan comments on how horrible it sounds to have to move a ball through.
Yeah. I hate
FPS
moving my
space.
balls. So
Strange food.
I feel you, dog.
So strange food dehydrates you.
Yes, it gives you calories, so if you're low on food, that works. But
You're low on water
there's
too,
a
though.
trade-off. Yeah, exactly.
Watch the
Oh,
water.
apparently my energy bar gives me water as well.
Yeah, your energy bar gives you. I thought it filled it up, but I guess not.
Gives you quite a bit though.
Yeah.
Pull up your thing though, so I can see just real quick the water. Watch it. So 75.
It's like 10 every second.
Yeah, that's pretty fast though in the scheme of things.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you're exploring, like when Peter was spending time down trying to figure his way out of that one hole. Are you cold?
Yeah, a little bit.
Your torch will heat you up.
Will it?
So
Nice.
their page claims that there's over 200 secrets to be found in this game, and
Whoa.
I kind of like it when you move from one area to another. It tells you like right before you go through it. It's like, hey, there's still a few
Stuff
secrets
back there
left.
if you want to go find.
Yeah.
That's nice. I do like that.
Yeah. So if you're trying to go through and complete the whole thing, then
The one thing I don't like about games where like, I'm actually glad that The Witcher does this. Once you get to a certain point, you can't go back to finish side quests. It lets you know before you just go. I'm gonna go onto this next main story mission. I'll finish that later, and I can't because the world is never the same again.
yeah.
It's upsetting. It's really upsetting.
It does have, of course, like a nice day and night cycle. It's pretty cool because when you're outside, you can see like there was that big moon or other planet in the sky. That moves across the sky too.
That's pretty rad.
So.
Dynamic lighting.
I'm not patronizing at all.
No, I mean it's cool. Dynamic lighting's cool. It's hard to pull off.
Yeah.
When I got here earlier today, you were watching a review of this gameplay, and they were like, yeah, it's generally pretty good.
I think it has like 90% positive ratings on Steam.
Oh, wow.
So, what are you trying to show me?
I was gonna let you take it for a second.
That's the Steam Spy stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Hey, careful,
Player-
you're on an iPhone. Be
Don't burn
careful.
yourself.
It burns us, nasty
Your phone might be
hobbits.
infected with losing it.
The price of this game is $19.99, which isn't
That seems
that
fair.
bad.
No.
Yeah.
For what this is.
$20 is one of my favorite game prices.
Yeah. And it's,
Gingerbread man.
This is a indie game. I believe the team of people was like less than 10 people. So,
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say good,
That's impressive.
pretty good quality visuals going on here.
Steam Spy says it's got an 81% user score.
Nice.
Okay.
It's got.
What's the meta?
The meta score is 67.
Yeah, it's always way lower though.
Yeah.
Users tell the truth.
Well, not always, but.
For the most part, as long as you
Yeah.
have a decent grouping of them.
And here it says owners 63,600.
Actually, John, your
Not bad.
your grouping
I'm a
comment
groupie.
your grouping comment is actually the most poignant. When we were doing the Ruby game a couple weeks ago, there were reviewers on there that had only played 20 minutes, 30 minutes
Yeah.
of the game, and
There
they
was
reviewed it very
one-
negatively.
Yeah, like 5 minutes, and they're like, fuck this game, it's bullshit.
Right. But then you look at another review and someone who's played it 32 hours, and they're like, yes, this game is awesome. So you tend to go with the ones that have longevity. So when you're looking at reviews for a game, maybe take a moment to see if the reviewer has played enough of the game to get a feel
Make an
of it.
honest review.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We talked about that with Maxim as well. The people that wrote negative comments barely played his game at all. And your first time through only takes about an hour to beat Red Trigger or whatever. And the people are 14 minutes of gameplay. And
they
this
did the
game is
first
trash.
Ed Weird
Yeah.
has an interesting question, and it's something that hasn't been brought up yet.
Okay.
What is the ultimate goal or objective of the game besides lighting every candle you find? Lol.
Well, it's an adventure game, so you're kind of unfolding the story as you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, Edward.
You're learning about this planet, and not only are you learning about this planet, you're discovering things to find out if it's habitable for the rest of your humankind, people, brethren of civilization,
And
humankind.
One of your first objectives that he hasn't gotten to yet, and I don't know, you've probably been hearing it on the thing, but you have to turn on like a communication satellite.
Yeah.
You're trying to get communications back with your ship to see if anybody else is even still alive.
I am humanity. Shit. That's some shit right there.
One thing I have noticed, and it's probably something that's been noticed by the listeners and viewers, is the sound in the game is very important. Peter can't hear it right now as he's playing it, but these caves are sopping wet. There's water dripping down all kinds. You're obviously deep underground.
Creepy doll key. Okay.
But it gets louder as you get closer to. Like that was helpful earlier when I was
Oh yeah, that's right.
dying from dehydration.
First it was your
Yeah.
torch crackling, and you thought, "Oh, that's water," and then we heard water, and it's like, "No, that's water." That thing is creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
The design of the game, it speaks a lot to
Only got 4 toes.
the developers, I think. Not only the visuals of the game, but the sound design, the audio mixing. For if you've been listening closely, the score of the game has been actually really intriguing. As Peter gets closer and closer to new objectives and stuff, the music in the background changes. And,
Right.
It changes, like it increases tempo and increases as you get closer and closer to an objective. It's actually really fun.
So I've noticed that when you're in little tunnels and stuff, it appears you walk through some hazy cobwebs a lot, which means there's space spiders, which
Yeah.
makes me totally not okay with this.
Raylan1919 says she keeps. Raylan1919 says she keeps waiting for someone to jump out,
Right?
and I'd have to agree with that. It's a little creepy.
Yeah, it is. There was a couple parts like when you walk up and see all those eggs for the first time.
I was
and-
expecting
Peter
a
was
jump
here.
scare there. I was
Yeah.
expecting something about that. Peter's the most amused he's been in this entire game.
Caves arts. Get the fuck out.
This game also does support VR, the Vive and the Oculus.
That would be really fun.
It's
Says
still
you.
in development right now. They call it experimental support,
right.
but yeah, this game would be. I think this game would be awesome. in
I think
VR,
any
so.
first-person kind of survival game in a VR would be really entertaining.
Right, especially one where I don't know. I think the creepier it is, the funner it would be. So
More fun.
yeah,
No fun.
exactly. All the funs.
Oh yes, all the fun.
If that's it, Adam, I think we need to jump into Gadget.
It's time for Gadget.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. This game doesn't take much to run. I was gonna go over the specs. It's just you just need a 2 gigahertz quad core and at least a 760 or equivalent.
Could you imagine saying the minimum is 2 gigahertz quad core back in the day?
Depends on back in which day.
Let's just say 10 years
Back
ago.
when I first started using a computer, I did yeah.
I was just saying 10
What do you
years
mean
ago.
megabyte?
Right? What the hell's a gigahertz?
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got. It's an interesting game. I haven't actually gotten too far into it. I got a little bit further than Peter is now, but that was just right before the show.
Will you continue to play this?
Yeah, probably. I'd like to see more about the story. I
jump
think
down
it's fairly
the ladder.
interesting.
Do I
I'm
just
always
jump down this thing?
go over to the ladder
And then jump.
and then just
Use
press
your ladder
forward as
tool.
you're looking down. It's kind of a weird. Yeah, just keep pressing forward. Yeah.
Okay. This is weird.
Now
Yeah,
I can't
the
tell if
ladder
you're
was
going down
pretty
or
weird.
up.
If you look up, then you'll start going
I
back
feel like
up
I'm
unless you press down.
out of a horror movie. I'm climbing down.
To go.
My victim.
You're a space spider. The change has already happened.
But yeah,
More footprints, more
If you're
footprints.
into exploration, survival type games in space, it's definitely worth checking out. It's only $20.
Yeah, $20. That's not that bad.
Breadcrumbs.
Right? Remember
Adam,
your
tell
past.
us
That's
about
actually
the,
not a bad idea.
Tell us about
The
this
Bixby?
new,
Bixby?
yeah, that one.
Bixby?
The Bixby.
The Bixby jet. It's a modular portable water jet propulsion system.
Ed Weird says you have Spider-Man powers going down a ladder. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
Pretty much exactly what it is. But yeah, the Bixby is literally just a little motor. It reminds me a lot of a blimp, but it's about the size of a Nerf football. Weighs just 2 pounds. Well, the motor itself weighs 2 pounds. And yeah, it's a little water jet that you can attach to your kayak, your stand-up paddleboard, or you just hold on to it and let it pull you through the water.
Nice.
Which I thought was super, super sweet. They are kind of expensive. Just the basic one, which is the one that'll pull you through the water, the early bird's $550, and then they just go up from there. But this is
$550.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure we're on the.
Oh yeah, if it was $5.50, I'd have gotten like 4.
1,000 of them.
Yeah, I'd gotten a couple.
And then
that's for
started a rental business by the ocean.
sure. Which you could totally do because this is usable in salt water and regular water.
Yep.
The drinking kind. But yeah, it's just for the. So it is modular because you can hook up different things to it, so you can attach it to these different small watercrafts.
Well, they were saying they made an adapter for like kayaks and
Yeah.
canoes, which I think is awesome. Because I'm sorry, canoeing 2 miles isn't fun. Put a
Especially
motor in.
for somebody like you, like people that go out and canoe for a workout is one thing, but someone like you, like when you and Dad went hunting, that were actually doing it for transport to move a bunch of gear, like a little assisted motor in the back probably would have been super nice.
Oh, it would
Yeah.
have been awesome because I wouldn't have started my hunting trip with blisters on my hands. Which wouldn't even be that big of a problem if I wasn't a bow hunter. Like,
Well, this thing that I need to do with my hands. Well,
Oh,
my hands
careful
are all
with that thing.
fucked up.
Oh,
it
it burns
Oh,
you.
it's fire.
oh,
I did the same exact thing. I looked at it and was like, what? And then
What's this?
That looks significant.
What's down this end of the gun? But yeah, so it is, like I said, it is modular, so you can attach to all of these different things. The different kickstarting goals that they have are you can get one that's like set up for a kayak, one that's set up for a paddleboard already, or you can just get one that has just the hand-powered battery on it.
another star you can spin.
The hand-powered battery at full throttle will last 45 minutes pulling you through the water.
Nice.
But average usage times, like if you turn it down when you're going up, because you obviously will float a little bit on your own, and you can get that to double. And
Yeah.
you get it for 90. You can get it to pull you around for 90 minutes if you're not just trying to go as fast as possible.
well, how fast does as fast as possible get you?
Let's find out.
I mean,
Well,
I
it said
I
it-
think
assume-
it's
said
like
it-
7 miles an hour.
That was
on-
for a kayak.
That was for a
kayak.
kayak,
Okay.
yeah.
But
It
for a
does
human.
say for where's that chart at? Right there.
Do, 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 do.
2.2 miles underwater for a full-grown adult, which is still
I think
pretty
2.2
quick.
miles an hour is fast enough to drag me through the water while I'm holding my breath.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So for those of you watching the Twitch stream right now, there's an image up of the Bixby handheld jet. It looks like the reverse of a
Power drill.
actually, that or like the reverse of a Covenant plasma rifle in Halo.
Oh yeah, when it's coming
But
back
instead
over
of
you.
it's backwards
Yeah.
over you instead of being forwards in front of you.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of a power drill. And actually, the nice thing about the big battery pack that you plug into the top of this thing to be pulled around, it's got a nice bright LED in the front, so you got a little headlight as you're pulling yourself through the water.
Nice.
That's
and
good. You can see the gray white right before
before
he
it
kills
eats
you.
you.
Yeah.
And
Swim straight into his mouth at 2.2 miles an hour.
It doesn't kick up enough water fast enough to make like a big stream of bubbles that would blind you. Like it does do that to some degree, but you're not just like, oh god, I can't see dick because there's just bubbles in my
I
face.
see what you're doing, you dirty Peter.
John, Raylan says for you specifically, it's only 1.2 miles per hour.
That would probably be correct.
That would be cool if that worked, Peter. I never
Oh,
tried
slide
that.
it through something.
Did you get
Yeah.
past this?
Not past that part. No, when you turned that little switch around, you opened up one of the doors. Probably the door where that forward vector is.
If you want to get one of these guys for a stand-up paddleboard, it'll push you at 6 miles an hour.
Not bad,
And
man.
a kayak will put you at 7 miles an hour. I've got to imagine just because kayaks are designed to slip through the water the best,
Yep.
Yeah.
would be my guess. For
They're
the
hydrodynamic.
Yeah. When you use the actual battery and not the little handheld one, they're up to 10 speeds forward and 3 speeds in reverse, so you can actually get moving a little bit faster, obviously. Battery life is an hour for an hour to 3 hours, depending on how you use it for stand-up paddleboard or a kayak. And one thing that I thought was kind of cool about the big battery that they have is it actually has a place that you can plug in not only any sort of 12-volt connection, but also a 5-volt connection, which is what you would use to charge your phone, your iPod, whatever, your outdoor speaker. So, like, if you're on a kayak and you're going out there and you need to charge something, you absolutely could. You can still do that. It's just about the size of a car battery.
You should totally have stepped on one of those bear traps.
Why would I do
So
that?
there's an interesting conversation going
Turn
on
around, I think
in
it's
the
open
chat
now.
right now. After Raylan's comment about John's 1.2 miles an hour, Edward decided to say that he was laughing his ass off. And then
it's
he
kinda
said
funny.
he almost felt bad, almost. And then
It's okay, Edward, I'm fat.
and then Raylan came back with some comforting words, and she goes, "Nah, John can take it like a champ."
I can. Peter knows.
Sometimes.
Peter knows. How will I
Sometimes he
take it?
squeals like a little pig.
But that's,
Wow, did you just deliverance me, bro?
Yeah.
Squeal like a pig!
So it'll cost about $550, and have they funded?
no, they are
$350.
unfortunately not funded yet.
But they have like 28 days
They
or
have
something.
25 days left to go, and they're about a quarter of the way there. A little less than
They'll
a quarter
do
of the way
it.
there.
This is
yeah.
such
Yeah.
an awesome gadget. They'll do it.
It's rad. People buy. Not like that surfing golf cart I saw on fucking
Kickstarter.
TV.
Surfing golf carts?
Ooh,
You can
I
play
haven't
golf
eaten
in the
that.
water?
No, you stand on these like things that they're like golf carts that your bag goes on, but they're like you stand on them and then you can like get them like going. Like it's pretty cool. Like they look hella rad. And then there's like, yeah, for the low price of $6,000, and you're like, pooh!
Those aren't
I'll go buy a real car and fucking tear that golf course up. You know, like Jesus Christ, $6,000.
You could go buy a shitty car to go do donuts in and then leave it in a sand trap and then go buy a better car for that price.
Pretty much. I also like where your head's at.
Hey, not a problem. I'm a thinker. So $550 was the swim jet, which was the early bird, and there's still 71 out of 100 of those left. 600 is the standard price, and that'll run you $750 for the battery, the jet itself, and all of the cables and accessories that go with just making it a handheld puller, basically.
Yeah.
Still not terrible.
No, $750. I mean, if you got the money, you're living on a lake, you know,
It's not even that. Like most people can save up $750
for something that they
and if
really
you're
want it.
and if you're big into water sports, and I don't mean it that way for all you weirdos,
I think you're talking about Earth and all these things.
I felt like that too, yeah.
but it's worth the money. It's not. It's just not so outlandish, you know. It's not like the $1,500 motorcycle helmet where it's like, yeah, that's really cool, but that's the
15.
cost of double my motorcycle.
Yeah. So for $750, which is the early bird for the stand-up paddleboard, that'll run you $750. Normally it'll be $1,000, and same thing with the canoes and whatnot. So yeah, basically it's about $100. No, I'm sorry, about $250 cheaper for just the handheld one. What are you two laughing
Wait,
at?
I think I know what's going on
You
here.
got jokes, huh? You got jokes? Tell the class.
No, I think I know what's going on here. Adar Soom, you know? Drop a rock on that, Pete. So,
Yeah, easier said than done.
Adar Soom,
I need a rock
he
now.
came from the sky in the emissary. You found another ship. He's the guy that crashed before you. They thought he was a god, the people here. And that's the story you're unfolding right now. Anyways, no, it's
Are
right.
you calling it? Is that what?
I'm calling it. It's called. It's done.
Josh
Okay, you
needed
gotta
to
beat this
laugh.
game now, Adam,
Need
so
to
you can
laugh.
tell me he's wrong.
I'm super
Oh, I
curious
was gonna
what's
say, I
going
guess
on.
there's no point in beating it now since we already know the story.
Yeah,
Thanks, John.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Look, man, don't be mad at me. Don't hate the player, hate the
That
game.
sounds nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, I wish there was a way to have light and do this at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I kept dropping
Can't
the
you
rock.
put your phone
and it
away
would just
for
be-
like 2
Look,
seconds?
he did it first
That
try,
rock
Adam.
does not look heavy enough to go.
No.
Whatever.
Well, that's pretty much
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
the Bixby.
It is pretty cool. I would love to play with one of those things for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, just a simple little gadget. Like I said, it's not funded yet. They still have 25 days. Well, yeah, we do this live. 25 days. We have to go fund it if you want to. Ooh, sweet sword.
There's another one in that room too somewhere.
Did they break or something?
You have to
use
use
one.
one as like a lever to open up another door.
Yeah.
There's one in this room or there's one where?
I think it's in
Nice.
this room.
Hopefully, okay.
Don't use the lever sword yet.
There's one somewhere. That's how you open that door. Is
Yeah.
with the sword. Yeah.
Never hurts to.
Oh,
right
there it
to your
is.
right. Yeah. No, never hurts to have a spare sword lever.
And Josh interrupts the camera view again.
He's much better.
All right. So is that everything, you guys?
I think so. Yeah. We do have a couple new videos out on our YouTube channel. Everyone should check out.
You can watch me take a nap.
That was pretty. It's a pretty funny video though.
Yeah, it was good. I watched that one. Yeah.
I think I had a good use of slow motion in that video. It's probably the best part of it. Also, Edward, thank you for helping us out with that one, even if you did die every time.
It's okay. And Edward has the same problem with the wall jumping back and forth. I'm terrible
I
at that.
landed on an archipelago. Lots of rock.
That's pretty
and
shitty.
flora. As far as the eye can see,
Were you
is
asleep the whole
shimmering
time, or
ocean.
did you get to play with him?
The
I was
atmosphere
asleep the whole
seems
time. I
habitable,
slept literally
but
the
it might be
entire
volatile.
Okay.
I'll keep gathering
Just checking.
data.
Dad, we tried to be quiet earlier
Followed a
on
strange
too. We were
sound
like,
after the crash, which led me into a
and
series
then like
of caves.
20 minutes or 10 minutes
There's
in, we're
more
like,
than just
fuck it, he's
geology
not
and dripping water down here.
He must have been
There are
fucking
signs
passed
of
out.
I was.
civilization.
Edward says not
carvings,
everyone can be a winner.
mechanisms, buildings.
But I can be a wiener.
But yeah, go to our
Yeah,
YouTube
the
channel.
first
Check out
beings
those videos.
I found a skeleton.
Give them
A
likes
humanoid
if you like them.
skeleton.
Subscribe.
Strange
Yeah.
elongated
If you find them on
like it or
Reddit,
not,
upvote them.
subscribe.
Well, subscribe so that way you can
Skeletal
then you'll get notified when new
Subsimilar.
videos.
You
come
can
out.
share too.
I need to keep
Don't be
going.
afraid to share. Sharing
I'll
is
see if I
caring.
can find a
And
way
tell a
to
friend
link with the satellite
about
and
the
submit
show
my
in
data.
general.
Yeah,
Scan out.
absolutely. Other than that, you can find us everywhere: Facebook, Twitter.
Pete almost got impaled by spikes.
There's more.
Whoa.
No, run. Just run it.
Twitch live every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Run it.
And you can go to our website, waiting4players.net, and find past episodes.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything else to add before we close this off?
Just that Peter doesn't want to play footsie with me, apparently.
No, man, I'm trying to
you know-
surviving here, bro.
Actually, I think John should finish us off with a song.
Oh yeah.
Let me turn him down real quick. Oh, you're already turned down.
Who likes the Beatles?
You do what you do.
I like the Beatles. Are you gonna butcher them or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna slaughter them. But I'm gonna pick their worst song, so that at least it's not.
All right,
They don't
let's
have
stop.
bad songs, John. They're
Stop
the Beatles.
stop keeping our listeners in suspense.
In the town where I was born, lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines.
Get out of here.
We all
Why
live
would there be
in
a
a yellow
land of
submarine.
Submarines don't
Yellow
go on
submarine.
land. Shouldn't it be like a bay of submarines?
I think that's enough submarines.
All right.
Yes.
I'll see you guys next week.
Have a good week, guys.
Bye.
Still live on Twitch.
Bye, Twitch.
Bye, Twitch.
In the town.
There's a pod over there.
Good times, guys. Good times. Peter, not bad, by the way. You got all